Hey everybody, Sami Abusaad here. I am Director of Education at T3 Live. Welcome to my weekly video on Bitcoin. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the weekend so far. If you are interested in Bitcoin, I have a great trading plan for you for next week. I'm going to share with you what I'm going to be looking for and what to expect in the next few minutes. But before we get started, please make sure you understand that trading is risky and that whatever we discuss today is for educational purposes only. With that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into the video. Be sure to check out the links also in the description of the video and hit the like button if you like what you see. All right? Okay, here we go. First, Bitcoin. In last week's video, I said expect Bitcoin to pull back and then to shoot up. But I gave a range between, the top of the range to the bottom, and I picked the middle. The bottom of the range was probably around 7,500. The top of the range was 9,000. I picked the middle, which is 8,000. We didn't get there. Okay, we just got to 9,000 and then bounced right off of it. The low was 9,070. So we didn't even get to 9,000, but same thing as, not a big difference. And so that only goes to show you, see this top of the range? Exactly almost to the dot. That goes to show you how bullish Bitcoin is. I mean, buyers are just eager to buy it as soon as it pulls back to support, and bam, they're back in it. I didn't buy. I was expecting more of a deeper pullback, and we didn't really get multiple time frame alignment. So we shot up back to 11,000 now. Looks like 11,099 at the moment. So here's what I'm looking to do. There are three scenarios that I'm looking for, two of which are plausible, one is not, but however way it sets up, I'm okay with. Okay? So here's what I'm looking to do. One is, which is the most plausible scenario, is if Bitcoin gets bases here for a couple more days, then I will look to play long over the base right here. So the base would be over, I think, 11,080 would be the entry, over 11,080. I would give it to $11,101 just to give it $20 more. Stop would be under 10,000, I think 300. Let me just double check. 10,360. So that would be, if it can base, if it can just print one red bar right here, just one red bar, I'd be ready. I would be willing to play already long above the base. But let's hope it prints multiple red bars. I guess I'm trying to draw a red bar, but I can't do it for some reason. So if we can get a red bar or two here, pretend this is a red bar or two or three, the more the better. Then it would establish a clear line in the sand above the base, with a stop below it. Okay, let me actually maybe zoom in a little bit so you can see better. So above the base, right here, with a stop below it. That's scenario number one. Okay? The second scenario is if Bitcoin actually keeps going. If it does, then I will look to play long only on a pullback. If we get a pullback to the newly rising 20 MA, the curling moving average, then I look to play long above, as a buy setup. Does that make sense? So here's what it will look like. If we continue higher, pull back, and then right to the rising 20, and then long. That's the second scenario. Okay? The entry would be right here. Probably it won't happen next week. It'll happen the week after or so. But I don't know. We'll see. The third scenario, which is unlikely to happen, is we come back down and do a double bottom, retest the prior low, and then shoot up, giving us kind of a W pattern. In which case, I'll play long above the last red bar's high. Right here, long, stop under the double bottom. Kind of like the W pattern that we got a couple weeks ago, which I did a video on. Right here, that was a W pattern, long at 11,450. Stop right here. I don't remember the exact price on the stop, and it popped $2,000. So the same thing would be here, but in this case it'll be in a downtrend and retesting minor support. Okay, so these are the three scenarios that I'm one of the three is what I would play. These are the three scenarios under which I will take a position in Bitcoin. At the moment, I don't have a position in it. Last time I did was the W pattern and exited somewhere, not exactly at the top, but once it broke down on the 4-hour chart, I think. Okay, and I think that does it for today. Once Bitcoin, I guess, if it goes back up, I'm definitely expecting a retest of $20,000, which is the prior high from December 2017, January 2018. So I'm definitely expecting a retest, but I'd love for it to go sideways a little bit more, because then the pop would be even more explosive. But I gave you the three scenarios that I'm looking for next week. All right, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. As I said, be sure to check out the links. We have earnings season next week, so if you want to trade with me in the trading room, we have an incredible offer where you can trade with me you can try the room for 30 days for just $49, almost free basically. If you're into swing trading, I've discovered a way to play earnings to figure out which stocks are going to gap which way. And so I do that also. There's a course that I just taught last weekend, 4.5-hour course, 4 hours and 45 minutes actually, and 127-page manual you can get also for $95. So that teaches you how to pick which companies to play ahead of earnings, right? And if you want to get the alerts, which companies I will be playing myself, that's the Strategic Swing Trader newsletter. So feel free to check out the link for that. And with that said, hope you have a great rest of the weekend, and I will talk to you next week. Good trading, everybody.